The sad reason why Pernell Roberts left Bonanza. Pernell Roberts was an American actor best known for his role as Adam Cartwright in the hit television series Bonanza and later as the title character in Trapper John, MD. Born on May 18, 1928, in Waycross, Georgia, Roberts grew up with a deep appreciation for the arts. He pursued acting both on stage and screen, earning a reputation as a talented and thoughtful performer. Throughout his career, Roberts was known for his commitment to his craft and his willingness to stand up for what he believed in, both in his professional and personal life. Despite stepping away from Bonanza at the height of its success, Roberts remained an admired figure in the entertainment industry. Pernell Roberts was raised in a modest family in Georgia, the son of Pernell Elvin Roberts Sr. and Minnie Myrtle Morgan Roberts. As a young boy, he displayed an early interest in music and theater, often participating in school plays and church choirs. This early exposure to performance laid the groundwork for his future acting career. After graduating from high school, Roberts briefly attended Georgia Tech and later the University of Maryland. However, his heart was set on pursuing a career in the arts. He left college before completing his degree, choosing instead to focus on acting. His passion for performing led him to community theater, where he honed his skills and developed a love for the stage. Roberts' journey to professional acting began in the world of theater. In the early 1950s, he moved to Washington, D.C., and joined the Arena Stage, one of the country's leading regional theaters. There, he appeared in a number of classical and contemporary plays, gaining recognition for his commanding stage presence and emotional depth. Roberts was particularly drawn to the works of Shakespeare and other classical playwrights, and his performances in plays such as Macbeth and The Taming of the Shrew garnered critical praise. He later moved to New York, where he performed on Broadway in productions like The Lovers and The Duchess of Malfi, further solidifying his reputation as a serious actor. His theater background would inform his later work in television and film, giving him a versatility that set him apart from many of his peers. In 1959, Roberts achieved widespread fame when he was cast as Adam Cartwright, the eldest son in the Cartwright family on Bonanza, one of the most popular television series of its time. Set on the Ponderosa Ranch, the show followed the lives of Ben Cartwright and his three sons as they navigated life in the American West. Roberts' portrayal of Adam, the intellectual and responsible older brother, made him a fan favorite. His deep voice, brooding good looks, and ability to convey complex emotions helped make Adam one of the most compelling characters on the show. Bonanza was a major success, and Roberts became a household name as a result of his role. Pernell Roberts, who portrayed Adam Cartwright on the long-running Western series Bonanza, left the show after 6 seasons for several complex reasons, both personal and professional. His departure stunned fans and cast members alike, as Bonanza had become one of the most popular shows on television. Roberts' decision to leave was rooted in his dissatisfaction with the show's creative direction, his frustrations with the limitations of his character, and his desire for more meaningful and varied roles. Additionally, his deeply held beliefs about racial and social justice, along with conflicts with the show's producers over these issues, played a significant role in his departure. His choice to walk away from a stable, highly successful career reflected his commitment to artistic integrity and personal values, though it came at great professional cost. One of the primary reasons Pernell Roberts left Bonanza was his frustration with the creative direction of the show and the limitations placed on his character, Adam Cartwright. Adam was the eldest Cartwright son, portrayed as intelligent, responsible, and often the voice of reason among his brothers, Hoss and Little Joe. However, despite being part of the central family dynamic, Roberts felt that his character was underdeveloped and often relegated to secondary roles in the storylines. While the show focused heavily on family values and moral lessons, Roberts believed his character lacked the depth and complexity he craved as an actor. He often criticized the scripts, feeling that they relied on formulaic plots and missed opportunities for deeper storytelling. Roberts, a classically trained stage actor with experience in Shakespearean roles, found Bonanza's episodic format and the constraints of network television limiting to his talents. He longed for more intellectually stimulating roles that would challenge him as an actor. The Western genre, with its focus on action and simplified moral tales, didn't offer the type of dramatic complexity he sought. Roberts reportedly expressed frustration that Adam, despite being a college-educated architect, was often stuck in predictable, repetitive situations, never growing or evolving as a character. This dissatisfaction ultimately led to a growing sense of restlessness, as Roberts felt his potential was being wasted on the show. In addition to his artistic dissatisfaction, Pernell Roberts frequently clashed with the producers and creators of Bonanza. He was outspoken in his critiques of the show and didn't shy away from voicing his opinions on the set, which led to tensions with the producers and writers. Roberts was known for being fiercely independent and had a reputation for being difficult to work with at times. He challenged the decisions of the show's leadership, particularly over how his character was written and how certain social issues were portrayed, or ignored, by the series. Roberts also had a well-known disagreement with the show's portrayal of its racial and social themes. As a passionate advocate for civil rights, he was disturbed by what he saw as the show's lack of meaningful representation of African Americans and Native Americans. While Bonanza was progressive for its time in some respects, it still adhered to many of the stereotypes and omissions typical of television westerns of that era. Roberts believed the show had a responsibility to address social issues more directly and was frustrated by its unwillingness to do so in a substantive way. This further contributed to his disenchantment with the series, as he felt the show's success was being built on a foundation that didn't align with his personal values. Pernell Roberts was a man of strong convictions, and he often put his personal principles above his professional career. His decision to leave Bonanza was, in part, driven by his desire to maintain his artistic and personal integrity. While many actors would have been content to stay on a successful show, Roberts felt that remaining on Bonanza would have meant compromising his ideals. He wanted to pursue projects that were more in line with his beliefs and that offered him a chance to grow as an artist. This sense of integrity also extended to his life off-screen. Roberts was deeply involved in social activism, particularly during the civil rights movement of the 1960s. He participated in marches, spoke out against racial inequality, and supported efforts to end segregation. His political and social views often influenced his career choices, and he was unwilling to remain part of a show that, in his view, wasn't doing enough to challenge the status quo or address the pressing issues of the time. His departure from Bonanza was a bold move, and it demonstrated his commitment to standing by his principles, even when it meant walking away from a lucrative and stable career. After leaving Bonanza, Roberts' career took a different path. While his departure from the show was considered risky, he continued to work steadily in television and theater. In the late 1960s and 1970s, he guest-starred on numerous popular TV shows, including The Wild Wild West, The Big Valley, and Mission Impossible. Though he never achieved the same level of fame as he had with Bonanza, Roberts remained a respected actor, known for his willingness to take on challenging and unconventional roles. His theater work also continued, and he returned to the stage many times throughout his career, often performing in classical and experimental productions. In 1979, Roberts experienced a career resurgence when he was cast in the lead role of Trapper John, M.D., a medical drama that was a spin-off of the film and television series MASH. In the show, Roberts played the older version of the character Trapper John McIntyre, a former Korean War surgeon now working as the chief of surgery at a San Francisco hospital. The role allowed Roberts to showcase a different side of his acting talents, as Trapper John was a compassionate, wise, and caring doctor who often acted as a mentor to younger physicians. Trapper John, M.D. was a commercial success and ran for 7 seasons, cementing Roberts' place as a beloved television star once again. Outside of his acting career, Pernell Roberts was deeply committed to activism and social causes. He was a staunch advocate for civil rights and often used his platform to speak out against racial inequality and injustice. In the 1960s, he participated in the Selma to Montgomery marches, supporting the fight for African American voting rights. Roberts was also an outspoken critic of the Vietnam War and supported numerous other progressive causes throughout his life. His activism reflected his belief that artists had a responsibility to use their influence to make a positive impact on society. Roberts' personal life was marked by a series of marriages and personal challenges. He was married 4 times and had one son, Chris, from his first marriage to Vera Mowry, a professor of theater history. Tragically, Chris died in a motorcycle accident in 1989, a loss that deeply affected Roberts for the rest of his life. Despite his personal struggles, Roberts remained a private and introspective individual, often retreating from the public eye to live a more secluded life. Pernell Roberts passed away on January 24, 2010, at the age of 81 from pancreatic cancer. While he may not have always been comfortable with the fame that came with his acting career, Roberts left behind a significant legacy. His decision to walk away from Bonanza at the height of its success was seen as a testament to his integrity and commitment to his values. He refused to be pigeonholed into roles that he felt did not challenge him or align with his beliefs, and his career choices reflected his desire to pursue meaningful and substantive work.